So these are the curtains. Me and ferns have a very toxic relationship. Okay, I found one of the last ferns that... Do I need a plant pot? Might not. And now, I think that is lovely, and it's the perfect height. It was £350. Good morning everyone, how are we all? Welcome back to my channel and to a very exciting video. I find them exciting because I love going antique shopping, as you can tell by the title. It's becoming a bit of an annual tradition, so this is my first antiques fair show of the year. Excuse the fact that I'm eating my breakfast. I'm a little bit behind schedule this morning. I was just sat having a coffee reading my book, completely got into my book, lost track of time. So I'm going to be heading to our Dingley Antiques Fair, and I actually completely forgot that I went to this last, well I didn't forget, but I forgot that it was so early on in the year, and I had an email from them to say that it was coming back this year, and you can book tickets. I was like, oh my god, it's amazing, I'd love to. So it was £5, and yeah, I booked them really spontaneously, so we're going today. And it's bitterly cold outside. It's currently -3 degrees. So I know some of you are in Canada, the US, and -3 degrees Celsius probably is warm to you, but it feels very chilly today, so I'm gonna wrap up. I distinctly remember last year getting very cold. I also took Maggie last year. I'm not gonna do that this year because it was quite busy, and it was quite tricky to vlog, look at the pieces, and also have Maggie as well. She's got her dog walker coming today, which she loves. So yeah, you got Molly coming, haven't you? Yeah. She's like, don't worry Dad, I'll prefer to sleep than look at antiques. Oh, I love you. You're gonna have the best time at Molly, aren't you? Mwah. Yes, you are. There's a couple of things that I have. None of these are essentials at all, but things that I have in my mind, if I find them, amazing. So I will show you what I have in mind, and yeah, I'm gonna go grab some cash. I can't remember if it's cash or card last year. I think I took a mix of both. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my breakfast. I'll show you around. Also, you might have saw this morning, we have curtains, which is very exciting, so let me show you them. So these are the curtains. Honestly, I cannot tell you how much I love them. They are from Carpetright, and I worked with Carpetright last year on a job, and they very kindly gave me a voucher to use. So obviously Carpetright don't just do carpets, they also do made to measure curtains. These were actually outsourced from Graham and Brown, so you purchase them in Carpetright and then they outsource them, but they are absolutely beautiful. They are this thick woven jute material, and they're double lined, and we got the thermal lining in them as well, so they've helped so much with heat retention. After the trickiness of hanging Zara's curtains, these pleats were very easy to do, and obviously we went for full length, and they just say skim the floor, so we are... Do you like them, Maggie? Honestly, on an evening when we draw the curtains, the warmth that this house now retains. Obviously we do have double glazing, which we're so grateful for, but obviously the roof that we have in there, that was one of the main concerns when we bought this house, was that the roof is kind of just, the previous owners were landlords, so they refurbed it on a budget, and it's like a plastic roof that you kind of get in a conservatory, so heat retention is not good. And summer's going to be interesting when obviously it's just going to flood in, obviously natural light, but then heat as well. So yeah, that's one of the jobs that we definitely need to prioritise and plan for. But to keep heat in, thermal line curtains, I know it's not rocket science, guys. Lovely. We moved in at the beginning of November, so we've been without any form of curtains for quite a while. Glad we waited because they were worth the wait. So, one thing I think would be really beneficial today, if we can find it, is a small side table to go here. So this is just our basket with blankets and throws in that we use on an evening, and that's just like an extension lead obviously for the lamp. So a small side table, very similar to this pedestal table here. So this was actually from Facebook Marketplace. I got this, I think nearly 2 years ago. So something of that similar style. We used to have the bar cart there, but obviously now that we aren't using this door with intentions to block it up, I think it could look really nice. Some kind of similar style to the pedestal table, like a nice dark brown, maybe some twisted legs. That could be really lovely. So that's the first thing that could be fab. I also want to keep my eye out for some art. So this was actually from Sunbury Antiques, and this kind of style painting I just adore. Oil paintings are my weakness. And yeah, I just loved this. I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I'm so glad I bought it. It was slightly expensive, but worth the money, I think, and it just looks beautiful in this room. So some kind of oil painting would be beautiful. Obviously, we still haven't gotten around to hanging any art or mirrors on the wall, with the exception of these two here, because these rooms will all be changing this year, and it seems silly to hang art and then take it down, but it's nice to keep it in mind. So yeah, this is just currently on top of the piano. Having said that, the hallway is still very empty. These are just our boots, and my shoes I'm wearing today. So it could be really nice to see if we could try and find a hallway mirror. Again, we will be doing the hallway. It's probably going to be one of the last projects that we do, but a nice antique brass mirror would be lovely here. Again, this lamp doesn't really work. It's quite large, but it's the only one that we have spare, and we will be obviously changing the lights in due time. But for now, this is just a very temporary fix, but some kind of mirror would be lovely here to pop in storage for when we do the hallway. And then other than that, that's it. Those are like the main things, and obviously they're quite big purchases: a mirror, a piece of art, and a side table. So yeah, rather than getting decor pieces, which I might say and love, I really need to remember that we have plenty, and those are purchases that will add to the home. So yeah, there we are. I'm gonna quickly brush my teeth, go and grab some cash, and then we're gonna drive to the antiques fair. Well, we have made it. That was actually such a nice drive. It's like so wintry today. It's currently 1 degree above freezing, so it's gone up, so it's a little bit warmer, but I currently have a t-shirt, jumper, big fluffy coat, and a hat, and I've got gloves. And they do have a stand inside where you can get hot food and hot drinks as well, so that's going to be lovely. I'm really excited. I took out £100 in cash. So one thing to know if you do come to this antiques market is that usually antiques market charge a little bit more than if you were to find these things in charity shops or on Marketplace. Obviously because they've got to factor in the cost of having that pitch at the market, and this market costs £5 to get your ticket, and then yeah, you can just have a look around. So obviously do bear that in mind if you do come, and obviously this isn't just in Ardingly in the south of England, they have them all around the UK. I think the next one's in Newark, so that's a bit further up north, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm currently vlogging in the car park, and I'm getting a couple of people looking at me. I think they think, why are you talking to a camera? Oh, I'm used to it now, guys. I've been doing this too long to get embarrassed. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. It's 10:15. It opened at 9 AM, so I'm gonna pop on in. And yeah, I'm excited. I really hope you guys are looking forward to this. And with any luck, I think the priority is the side table. If we can get a little side table, I'd be really happy. I also forgot to mention a piano stool as well. I'm still on the hunt for a piano stool, so if I can find one of them as well. I'm being very optimistic with my £100 budget. But hey ho, we never know. So let's go on in. So as I said, the market was on yesterday, and they have these barriers here because people queue very early on to get in and get the best of the selection from the start of it. So I'm still hopeful, but yeah, I come today because it's usually a little bit less busy. I found that last year as well. So yeah, I'm about to head on in. Just gonna grab my ticket. There we are, I've got my ticket. So that is my entry. I'm number 49 of the day. So these are all the other places. They've got Newark, Peterborough, Shepton, Ali Pali, obviously that's in London, Newbury and Runway as well. I'll leave this link down below so you guys can check them out and get the available dates. So there was a couple just in front of me, and they were charged £20 an entry, so £10 per ticket, but if you book in advance, I only paid £5 for my ticket, so yeah, it's good to know. I'm actually going to use the loo because it was only an hour drive, but I had a big coffee this morning, and well, I'll spare you the details, I need a wee. So this is one of the main interior sections. They've got a huge, this is literally all one thing. They've got loads of cellars in here, and then there are some cellars dotted around towards the bottom. I distinctly remember last year that I said I wish I could get a trolley or some kind of like pulley thing, and I've just seen loads of people with them as well. So I've got my backpack with me, and I've got a little tote bag in there as well, and because you have your ticket, if you buy anything large and you don't want to carry it around, you can pop it back in your car and then come back in. So that's good to know. I always get excited when I first walk into these places because it's like a treasure hunt. You know when you go into a shop, you pretty much know what you're going to see, whereas with things like this in car boots, you never know what you're going to find, and sometimes you end up finding some real treasure. So I'm very excited. It was a little bit less than last year. Obviously there are some more stands, but a lot of the prices are kind of like outlined. So you've got £10 items, and then obviously you've just got to ask the traders what their best price is for each of the items. But they've got some really lovely chairs and stools. I am spotting some side tables, so what I'm going to do is have a good look around, and then I'm going to grab my vlog camera and take you guys around as well, because I feel sometimes when I'm vlogging I don't actually see things and then a lot of you say in the comments that you spotted things. So yeah, I've just spotted these chest of drawers. I absolutely love them. These would be so nice nice. In the study, I think they are lovely. I love the paint above it as well. And I've just spotted these copper pans. I'm like a magpie to copper pans. And this set is beautiful. And you guys know what I'm like with all books as well. The minute I see them, I just feel like I need to get them for decor. They're beautiful. I love the way this is styled. I had to get myself a coffee because it is so cold. I just spoke to the person who's making my coffee and they said that it was -5 yesterday, so a lot of the vendors have actually gone home because they sleep on site rather than getting hotels in the area because it's so expensive. And we're on the cusp of obviously Sussex and London, so yeah, a lot of the vendors have decided to go home because it is just so cold, which is a shame. I did feel like there was less here in comparison to last year, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm still hopeful, and there is some lovely bits. So I just had a look in this stall here. They've got some really cool pieces. They've got some old light up signs here, like cocktail signs and signs from when they're on air and the radio. Some really interesting pieces. I'd love to know where they find them and how they collect them because it's just brilliant. Lovely clock there as well. It's a very nice clock. I love like an oversized one on a wall. I think they look brilliant. Now this nesting table is interesting. It wasn't something that I initially thought, but actually quite practical in the sense that they all stack in together. But I think that might be kind of like the wrong era of furniture that we're looking for, but very cool that they have them. Also, I'm keeping in mind some of the terracotta pots as well, because obviously we'll be doing the garden in spring, summer as well, so always good to keep an eye out for them. I just saw this oil paint. I absolutely love this. I think the colours are stunning. It looks really moody and dark. I think that in the living room would be beautiful. I might ask how much this one is, although I have a feeling that might be quite a lot. Okay, so I just asked about a piece of art that I really liked, and it was £350. I know art is expensive, and I'm fully aware of that, and it's worth it. It really is worth it, but we have a leaking roof, and we need to sort that out. Seemingly my £100 budget is not really going to go very far today, I don't think. Never mind, it's worth asking. There we are, just spotted an old Singer sewing machine. I feel like we got a real bargain with ours. I love this one as well. It's got obviously like the gold detailing. That is a 38. It's not bad, it comes with the case. There are some tables around, but not many. So I have just spotted a side table, and it's kind of pretty much exactly what I wanted. It might be slightly too big, that's my only worry. So I'm gonna potentially consider it and hope that no one else takes it in the time. I've learned with these things, if you see it, you should just ask about it and consider it there and then. But my only reservation is that I haven't seen all of the stalls and I don't want to commit too early, but it's very nice. Okay, I don't think that was the table for me. I had a split in the top and I think it might just be a little bit too big. I love things like this cooking equipment in old school style pots and pans. I think they're brilliant. These copper pourers are lovely, and that little enamel jug there is really nice too. A wire egg basket. This is not what I'm here for, but I just instantly am drawn to all of the decor, especially in the kitchen. Okay, so this is the Abergavenny building. So this is the indoor part of the market. Seems to be a little bit more busier in here. And we'll wander around and see what we've got. Okay, so I've just spotted this pedestal table. It has a glass top and the detail is absolutely stunning underneath. It's really hard to show you guys, but it's got some gorgeous ornate carving and it's almost got like a pie crust rim around the outside. So I'm going to ask and see how much this is. Okay, it's good to ask. That was £75. So I'm going to have another wander around. I can see quite a few, so there's definitely more in here. So it's good to get prices and to ask and kind of like gauge what you're going to pay. But it's beautiful. It's very beautiful, and obviously it comes with the glass as well. When I say it is like a treasure trove of just absolute joy in here, guys. You really could just get lost. It's wonderful. Everything from oil paintings to, you know, things I don't even know what they are. You know, you just have to ask them, like, what is this? I guess some things do become obsolete in history and time, but yeah, incredible. I've just found this oil painting from Greenwich, which I'm sure you guys all know I love. It is £120, but it was from a very famous artist in the 70s, and that is just towards the Cutty Sark, which is where I run quite often. So how perfect would that be? Probably a little bit over what I'm wanting to pay at the moment, but that's stunning. Okay, I've had to swap to iPhone because my vlog camera has just died. I thought I charged it last night, but I actually didn't turn it on at the wall, which is so frustrating. So what I've just done is had a good lap around. I've got a feel for what there is, what I might be interested in, which I think is always a good idea, and then you can loop back around when the market starts getting a little bit quieter. You can start offering your best prices on things. Just been drawn to this cutlery, £4 a bundle.
Always good to have a look and see if there's anything I could use for styling. The stores that are slightly more curated do definitely look more inviting, but obviously the prices are reflective of this for sure. Just had a look at this stall. I really like this cocktail bar cart here sign. It also has a light as well, so it'd be really nice above the bar cart, but yeah, I don't really think we have a place for them, but they're really lovely. There we are, we have a £1 on this table. Everything here is £1, or you can fill a bag for a tenner. Wow. I imagine this has been rifled through, but there might be something cool. I just saw these old gold spoons that I think could be really nice for styling. They've got a lovely little floral detail on them. I think they're really nice. They're £3 for the whole set. I think I'm going to get them. Okay, so this is in better condition, but I think it's again just slightly too big. I think the roundness of the other design actually is what we're after, but it's a nice table. What an incredible piece of artwork, isn't that amazing? Wow, it's beautiful. I'm keeping in mind all of these amazing pots and urns for when we do the garden. I think we're definitely going to go for more like a Mediterranean feel. I'm really excited to get planning that. Because some of these stone pieces, maybe not so much the Buddhas, but other things are really lovely. Some great little enamel pieces here and bowls and all of these old medicine bottles. I quite like this tea and coffee set. The writing kind of reminds me of something you'd see in like Germany. I'm not sure why, but yeah, very nice. These teacups and saucers are quite nice as well. I love the detail on here. They're £10 for the set. They're lovely, made in France. These are some of the honeycomb style beehive brass knobs that we've been looking at for the house. They are beautiful. Such a gorgeous colour as well. They've got a patina on some of them as well, obviously depending on the age. Wow. How amazing is this? These are little toilet roll holders. That's the crown toilet fixture. Oh, brilliant, aren't they? This is the other table. It's a bit more square and I think it might be slightly too large, but I'm very tempted. I think the contrasting between the circle one that we already have and the square could be quite nice. They've got some nice little kitchen pieces here. I actually have one of these bowls. They're really lovely. They've got the design on the side. More copper pans. An enamel bread bin. Those tea light holders are very similar to the ones I just bought from White Company, aren't they? They're lovely. Okay, I'm gonna have a look and see if they've got any pieces here. Prices seem to be a little bit more reasonable, so we can have a look and see if anything stands out. Okay, so I'm back into the car park and I got the table, the slightly larger one. I committed to it and I had a really lovely chat with the lady and I gave her the full price because she was so nice and I just think it's a beautiful piece, and she told me the history of it and how she came to get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop it in the car. I had a cheese and tuna toasty last year and it was delicious. So I'm gonna get one of them, have another whip around and then get back in the car because my hands are so cold. Sorry, yes please. Oh yeah, just a tuna melt please, thank you. Thank you very much. Lovely stuff mate, thank you so much. Have a good one, thank you, cheers, bye. Got my tuna toasty, lovely stuff. These, I don't know what it is, it's whenever you get a tuna toasty made in a toasty machine, they're just so good. And they're always really nice in there as well, so I'm gonna head back to the car and eat this because it's got so cold. Okay, I'm back in the car. I just found a vlog battery in my pocket. I knew I packed a separate one. See, back on my vlog camera. Sorry, it's been a mismatch of phone and vlog. This tuna toasty is so good. So, lesson learned, come on the first day and don't come if it's really cold. Trust me, I've only been there. I got here at 10. Like 2.5 hours and everything is frozen. I imagine if you're out there all day and you're sleeping in the field in your van, I'd probably go home too. So I don't blame them at all. But yeah, there was significantly less there than last year and it's obviously colder. But I think yesterday was the busy day. But I'm so happy with that pedestal table. So I'm gonna eat my toasty and then I'm gonna swing by a garden centre to buy a fern. Me and ferns have a very toxic relationship because I just can never keep them alive, but I think a lot of it had to do with the light and ferns like humidity. So I'm thinking a bright room but not direct sunlight on that pedestal table. There'll still be plenty of room to pop a cup of coffee, a book. I think that's why I got that table, because I think it's larger so it can definitely hold more things, whereas the smaller ones are fine, but by the time you put a cup of coffee on there, that's pretty much all you can kind of fit. So I'm really happy with it. I'm glad I spent that little bit extra. And yeah, I think it'll look lovely. So I'm going to swing by a garden centre, pick up a fern, and do I need a plant pot? Might not. I'll see if they have any nice ones, and go back and plant it. This is just, I don't know why it's so good. I would say It was £4 for a coffee in there, which is quite expensive. And this was £6, so only £2 extra and you get a whole toasty. Whereas just a cup of regular coffee was £4. I think that's quite expensive. I know they've got to make their money, so it's a really nice day out. I've just had a text from Maggie's dog walker. It's really cute because we get sent videos from her. So this is her running around in the field. Oh.
Go on then, drop it then.
So she's having the time of her life. So I've made it to the garden centre, and this is the same one we came to collect our Christmas tree from, but we were doing it in such a mad dash I never really got a chance to like look around, and it's huge. So I have a feeling I will get a fern in here. And yeah, I just thought we could have a little look around together. Okay, I'm inside Ruxley Garden Centre, and honestly, this is huge. It's absolutely massive. This is just one part of it. And honestly, some of the stuff they have is beautiful. I'll leave this link down below if you guys are local to the area. But yeah, I'm going to try and find the indoor houseplants. I love all this. Okay, I found one of the last ferns that they have, and I vow that I will keep this alive. Hold me accountable, guys. It's a beautiful, vibrant one, so this is coming home with us. They have so many lovely plant pots here, and a lot of them are actually in the sale, which is good to know for when summer comes. But I'm actually going to grab one of these little coasters just because I don't want to stain that lovely table that I've just bought. So have a look. I think this will probably be the right size. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, that is the fern acquired with a little stand. I'm just going to have a little wander around now, now that I've got a little bit more time, and look at all of the lovely homeware. It's really great when you come to garden centres because you discover new designers and then you just keep an eye out for it. And if it ever goes in the charity shop as well, you can keep an eye out too. These plates and bowls are lovely. I love how simple that is. It looks quite like Le Creuset. I love these kitchen scales. So good. I had to get rid of mine. There was just no room for them in the new house, but they're amazing, aren't they? Okay, I just got back. Please do excuse the hat hair. Maggie's still out with the dog walker, so I thought I would show you how lovely the table looks. So here we are. It does need a bit of a rejig. I've just popped it in position, so I'm going to move the sofa over slightly. Do bear in mind as well that this radiator will be moving in time, so this will be more of a considered space. But for now, I think that is lovely, and it's the perfect height. Literally, so when I'm sat, I can pop a little cup of tea, coffee, glass of wine, a gin. And this is the fern that I've picked up. It's looking really healthy. Some nice new leaves going on as well, so I'm really happy with this. I'm going to give this a replant now. There is a slight damage to this leaf here, but apart from that, that's absolutely fine. I thought I would show you the table in more detail. How amazing are these intricacies? I think that is so stunning. There's something about a pedestal table I just think is so classic, and I just feel like it's so timeless. I mean, these blankets definitely don't look lovely, but you don't really see them unless you turn around and look. But yeah, I think this is just so lovely. And the only other thing I got were £1 each, which I'm really pleased with too. The guy was, I think he was kind of packing up and he was like, you can have them for £1 each. So these were £1. So these are little sugar, you can get them called like tongs. So obviously you pick up the sugar cubes and pop them in your tea. Again, I just think a really nice styling piece. I'll probably just keep them on top of my coffee machine. I just think that looks quite cool. Maybe I can use them to pull out espresso martini beans for cocktails. And then these were £1 for the set. They've got a lovely gold, like brassy patina to them. Obviously, they've been well used, but I love them. For £1, I think they're fab. Again, I'll probably just leave them stacked in there, but I just think, how nice. I definitely will go back next year and maybe to some of the different locations as well. Here's a little rosemary update. Guys, it's actually doing quite well. It seems to be growing, which is good. I have this plant pot, which actually might be a bit small for that. And then I think this one might be a bit too big, so I'm going to have a look and see which one is going to be best. But yeah, I knew I had a couple at home spare, so either one of these will work. And look who's back from their dog walk with the waggiest tail. Do you know? I feel like it's a kid when they've been at nursery. Our dog walker is so kind, and Maggie loves her, don't you? Hello! Hello, look at you! You're so excited! Do you have a good walk? Oh, I think you did. Good girl. Good girl. Well done, you. We book the dog walker for 1 walk a week, just to kind of help us out on the days where I'm out and Zara's out. So Zara's got a full day in town to do meetings in an office, and obviously I've been out. And you can take dogs, but just to have that non-time restraint and know that you can just maximise your day, it just helps.
And you love it. It just keeps Maggie's day varied as well. She enjoys it with the other doggos. Don't you? Spaniels, Labradors and Dalmatians are her favourite. Right, should we fill your water bowl up? You'd be pleased to know the water bowl has grown on us. At first we were like, wow, that's very orange, but actually I kind of like it. Right, let's fill this up. There we are. Amazing. More hydration for Maggie. Let's pop you on the table. We're going to give it a bit of a polish first, but let's just get an idea of perspective. I'm doing this one-handed, it's very heavy. I love that. I think that looks so nice. What do you think? Oh, Dad, this is new. Honestly, guys, I'm so pleased that I went for the larger size. I just think it really makes something of that space in the corner and it just looks wonderful. Don't worry, the candle and hot drink are both on coasters, so they're fully protected. I love it.
I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way.
Boy, just come along. Hear me when I say. Who else has got Murder on the Dance Floor stuck in their head? It's all you're hearing online.
I like the remixes, and there's also a curry house in Bristol that have done like a version of their store, and it's like
Curry on the Dance Floor.
something like that. I listened to it on the radio the other day. I've become a radio listener on the way to the gym.
Look at you.
Anyway.
We were just discussing Jim. Zara got an Apple Watch recently, and what are your thoughts on Apple Watches? Because a lot of people ask, should we all coordinate and straps?
It's
God,
quite
I
big.
hate us.
It's quite big for somebody.
If I wasn't us, I'd hate us.
I think people do hate us. I have very small wrists. Like every watch I have, every single link has to come out. I have no wrist.
Yeah, but
So this is quite big.
but about the watch, I mean, like you're enjoying it, aren't you?
Oh, I thought you meant if I like.
No, like the concept of it.
I love it.
So I know obviously you can have like what's the other one? Not pedometers, Fitbits and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's effectively a Fitbit. It's like a digital Fitbit. But yeah, we've just been talking about how like kind of when you see your rings, when you track your like steps and things, it just makes you want to move more.
Today, I've done 636 calories. I've moved with enough exercise for 67 minutes, and I've stood on the hour for 11 hours.
That's well done. I wonder if antique shopping constitutes as that. Anyway, we are going to make dinner this evening, and we're going to do a cauliflower curry. This is using up ingredients that we've literally had. I actually did buy a fresh cauliflower yesterday just to bulk it out, but we're going to use some of these boiled bean called queen chickpeas. We've got some passata, cumin, turmeric, a little bit of lemon that was just hanging around. We've got some Deji Mirch spice blend. I actually used this in a curry from Dishoom. It was delicious. Curry powder. This is chili and ginger. I'm also going to use some of this curry madras powder. This is from Just Spices to sprinkle over the cauliflower. I've got some soft naans. These are actually rolled back for 62 pence. And then some spinach that's kind of wilting that needs eating. And we're probably going to have it with some rice. A lot of people asked how your Christmas dinner was. How it went. And did your family enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean, they're all still alive.
Yeah.
So that's one win.
There was minimal leftovers, wasn't there?
Minimal leftovers, probably didn't cook enough.
Definitely could have done more roast potatoes.
Yeah, I think it was nice. I mean, I'm off duty now for 2024, so...
Wait, yeah, you're not doing it now.
No.
You're past the baton.
Yeah, back to mum.
But they enjoyed it.
Yeah, they did. I mean, as I say, my biggest fear is that people wouldn't eat, or if they did eat my food, they'd be dead. So everyone's alive.
Didn't
and they
kill
ate.
the family.
No.
Well done. Right, should we make dinner together then?
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I offered to make dinner on the basis of...
Me being here.
No, like we do a me dinner, which is like a pesto pasta.
Oh, okay. Well, no, this is easy. We're just roast and veg and then...
I don't know anybody that chooses to make a curry at the end of a working day.
Me.
But you haven't had a working day.
Oh, here she goes. There she goes. There she blows. Oh.
That would be true. You've been antique shopping.
Tell everyone you like the table.
I do like the table, but you travelled for how many hours today to come back with a table?
An hour.
An hour, you travel, it was half an hour there, half an hour back.
No, it's an hour there, an hour back.
2 hours travelling for a table.
It's lovely. I like it, and that's all that matters, right?
Oh, clearly.
Okay. So we're going to start by pulling the cauliflower apart and roasting it in lots of spices. You can also keep your leaves of your cauliflower. Don't throw those away because they are lovely roasted, and you can use them in cauliflower cheese. And they're full of iron. If you've got a hamster or a rabbit, you can give them it.
Or a dog.
So I think Maggie will like these.
The
She's not
cauliflower.
No, the green bits. She's
She
not
loves
big on
them.
these bits here.
If you give her the crunchy stalk bit.
Does she?
Yeah.
Sarah, I don't think she does.
Let's give it a try.
Well, I
Yeah,
never.
but I take the leaves off.
Ah, how did you know that and I
I
didn't?
gave her some, anything crunchy she likes. She told me.
Okay, so the cauliflower has been coated and it's been roasted for about 20 minutes. And then in here we've got some onions, chili, garlic, tomato, passata, loads of spice like turmeric, garam masala, cumin. I'm just softening all that down with a veg stock cube. And then we've got some drained chickpeas. In fact, I'm going to pop the chickpeas in now. There we are. That's why I like the bold bean chickpeas, because they're huge. Look at the size of those. Dinner is served. This looks so delicious. I've just finished off with the roasted cauliflower, some crispy shallots and some flaked almonds. Okay, we finished dinner. It was delicious. We started a new show on Netflix called The Deceived, and one of the lead actors is from Hollyoaks, if you ever used to watch that back in the day. And it's really good. We watched an episode yesterday and on the second one, episode 2 now. So we also started The Traitors on season 2 of The Traitors. It's the British version, obviously the American version as well. It's so watchable. It's on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Fridays, and we are loving it. So we very much look forward to that as well. But I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog because what have we got for pudding? I was sent some New York Bakery Co. cookies and cream bagels, and they are so good. So we're going to have one of those, but I need to show you these. Zara and her newfound sweet obsession with the lovely little sweet shop in Greenwich Market, she's now taken to decanting them, which I'm all here for. You know, this pleases me immensely. And little Le Parfait jars, so those are bonbons, and then these are her gobstoppers. Zara used to work at a sweet shop in 2010.
And on my Facebook, on the 3rd of November 2010, Victoria's Vintage Sweet Company. And then I commented back to myself and put, have you joined the group? Sweet shop. Click the words and join in.
God, look at you being a little marketing girl back in the day.
I know.
Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this vlog. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the new table. It's very nice to have it next to me so I can pop things on it. I will catch you all soon in a future video. Lots of love, take care, and bye for now.